Alright, on to the absolute value questions. These ones, I've turned up the complexity on it for you, for your solving pleasure, and because it's going to show up in your walkaway. Here, when you run into a situation right here where you have a piece that's the absolute value, and then stuff that's not inside the absolute value, you need to get your equation so you have absolute value stuff all by itself on one side and then your number on the other side. Okay. Right now we're not at that position, so we need to start moving stuff around and get your absolute value all by itself, and then you'll split it into two equations. So just like solving stuff, the absolute value is closest to the 3, so we need to get rid of the 4 first. To get rid of the 4, you subtract 4. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Now you got 3, absolute value of 4 minus 2x equals 3. Now you need to get rid of the 3 in front by dividing by 3, and you're left with absolute value of 4 minus 2x equals 1. At this point, you can split it into your two equations. You have just absolute value on the left, and then a number on the right. We're going to split it. We're going to copy it. You're going to write two versions, 4 minus 2x equals 1, and 4 minus 2x equals negative 1. Now at this point, solve them separately, and you'll get your answers. Here I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides, because I want to get x all by itself. On the right side, I have negative 3. I'll divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, and we have x is equal to 3 over 2, because the negatives cancel. So there's one answer. Right side, we're going to basically follow the exact same steps. And you'll notice with your absolute value problems, you'll do that every time. You're going to solve it the same way, just the ending numbers are going to end up differently. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. Divide by the negative 2, divide by the negative 2. X is equal to 5 over 2. Because negative 5 divided by negative 2, when you have the two negatives, they cancel, and voila, our two answers. Number 6. Same thing we had to do at the start. We had to get rid of the plus 2, and we gotta get rid of the 6. So let's subtract 2 from both sides, and we'll get 6. Absolute value of x plus 5 is less than 12. We'll divide by 6, and we get x plus 5, absolute value, is less than 2. Now we're at this absolute value all by itself on one side and then your number on the other, and now you can form your two equations. Notice we have an inequality, and so we need to remember how to split it when we have inequalities. To do that, you're going to write it one time without the absolute value, just like how it is. And then you're going to write it again, but this time you will switch the direction of the absolute value, and you turn the number on the other side, the 2, negative. Okay, that's how you set up your two inequalities. At this point, you're going to, wait, why did I do this minus 7? You're going to solve them just like you normally would if it was an inequality. You got x is less than negative 3. Right side, you got x is greater than negative 7. Okay, remember when you have a less than absolute value question, your two compound inequalities, they form an AND statement. Okay, and if we graph this, you'll see why. Here x has to be less than, what am I smoking? It's not an AND statement. Wait, yeah it is. Sorry guys. It does form an AND statement. But it's going to be a little weird in our case. Okay, let's put 0 up here. We need to get -3 down, and we need -7. I'm going to graph my left one first. I need an open circle at -3. I'm going to shade left because x is less than -3. If you graph the right one, I need an open circle at -7, and I'm shading right. Both of those shadings go on forever, so the one from -3 keeps going that way. The one from -7 keeps going that way. But we're only interested in the shading, the part that got shaded twice, which is the part that goes between -7 and 3. Since it's an AND statement, only the part that got doubly shaded. And if we were to write that section in interval notation, it goes from -7 to -3, and we would have circular brackets because, sorry, we have open circles. When you have open circles, it's circular brackets for your interval notation. And that should be it.